Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be doing a reaction review of Fairy Tail 478, and its title is Stealth. So, the brand new comic volume 54 is in stores now and selling like hotcakes. Okay, so clearly an advertisement here for volume 54. Basically, if you're planning to buy it, you can. You know, because it's not available in stores. So let's see, it's page 2, fan art. Page 3 is, let's see here. Okay, page 3 is more, basically more fan art. Lucy and Natsu sitting right next to each other, fishing. Okay, more fan art, page 4, page 5. Moving on to page 5, should I say, so I'm confused, you guys. So, okay, let's see. So, to be honest, the last chapter was pretty interesting, so I'm hoping this chapter is just as interesting now that Natsu has made his appearance and he's actually healed. I wouldn't say fully, because it was pretty quickly, but let's see if he actually healed completely. That's gonna be the whole testament to this fight. So now we start at the top of page 5. Let's do this. The Fireboy charges in against the assassin. Okay, it's an action sequence, so Natsu pretty much goes in fighting like he always does. You know, he goes in running into his fights. He never, strategizes or anything. It's just a straight up run through. So, okay, this is brought to you by Manga Stream, obviously. So the assassin just sits there and he takes his kick, his flaming kick. Obviously, he just analyzes the situation and he just pretty much says flames. The assassin is, I'm all fired up. That's my catchphrase, damn it. And the assassin punches Natsu in the stomach and he goes flying. Natsu hits he doesn't hit the pole, he actually bounces off the pole using his leg, and then he hits the assassin right in the guts, basically. He punches him, and, his reaction is nonetheless, priceless, with the blowing out eyes. So this seems more like of a dirty fight. I hit you, you hit me. I get back up, that's kind of more what it is. Kind of reminds you of Frieza versus Goku when they fought. It was more of a dirty fight. Like they were just basically like back and forth with each other. At this point, this is what this chapter looks like it's going to be. It's going to be like, it seems. And kind of slams him on the floor. Quit wrecking the guild. He says, quit wrecking the guild hall. Huh? And then the assassin disappears. Now he's gonna try and take Natsu out stealthily. Sorry, so try to take out Natsu out stealthily, of course. The Natsu doesn't know yet about his abilities. Only Lucy knows about his abilities. Basically, as an assassin, usually stick to stealth. So basically, he vanishes. Where'd he go? What about the sound of his footsteps or his scent? It's no use. I can't feel his presence at all. Try harder. And of course, the assassin says try harder, and he just like knocks him down and click on the head. It's gonna be more of a hide and seek battle. Basically, he disappeared again. Son of a stealth complete, transparency, camouflage. First, that's not all. I can also see that which cannot be seen. Like this ghost girl, for example. Bastard, take your damn feet. He said this ghost girl, for example. So apparently the heart of the tail is actually of the guild is actually a ghost. This is a spirit. That's what they actually are looking for. So he can see that, but they can't. So he hasn't vanished into thin air. We just can't see him. He definitely has a physical form. I am on it. So, Lucy summons Locke. Locke, if you remember clearly, is Leo, or the sign of the Leo he represents, which basically the sign that supposedly was deemed an outcast because he refused to basically listen to what the highest master said about he refused to basically listen to the head of the celestial gate, basically, or the gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper exiled him, and Leo, aka Locke, was damned or condemned to actually roam the world and lose. And eventually, he was losing his power. He was starting to disappear into existence because of it. But Lucy saved him. He's now part of the celestial cycle again. So basically, that's the story of the sign of Leo as it goes in the fairy tale chapter. And of course, all his techniques end with the name Lion. Of course, a testament that he represents the sign of Leo. He's more of a human, basically, with outstanding stamina and strength. But he's not a muscle dude at all. He's more like if you've seen him before, which is right here actually on the chapter book, he's more skinny, human formation. He's basically completely human. He just has special powers and things like that. He wears a suit, pretty much. That's all it is, really. It's nothing special like a animal with 4 or 5 legs and nothing crazy, basically. So he uses a technique called Shining Lion to basically unmask the precision of the assassin and to actually make him show face in this battle. And yes, you're it. Now this guy's a pain in my ass. It's okay. This guy's a pain in my ass. We have to remember one thing about this guy. He used this levitation kind of technique to actually use against his opponent, so he can actually gain the upper hand. Is kind of like telekinesis in a sense, but not really. So let's go on to page 13. He throws a bottle at him. So you basically can able basically take objects without touching them and just fling them at you or across the room. What the hell was that just now? So he's doing crazy movements with his arm, and he's causing things to come to. He's causing objects to just propagate out of nowhere and just basically cause injury upon Locke himself. Basically, a lot of things are happening right now. He's using a lot of things around him to make it very microscopic to the eye, and basically use that as his weapon to cut through his opponents, which in a sense is pretty weird. Fade, erase, banish, see, and make unseen. That is the power of my magic. So basically, anything that is seen will become unseen. Anything physical is no longer physical. It doesn't exist in the real world. It does, you just need good senses to actually sense it. This guy has the ability to make things disappear in a sense, but also physically cause damage to the person he faces. So I think the trick to technique is just to get the movement of his arms, and it'll basically tell you from which direction the object could possibly be coming from. Did you think that was a projectile aimed at you? It was actually a whip aimed behind me. So this is the power of the 12 shield protecting Zeref. As I suspected, they are powerful foes. And of course, Natsu going in cursing, of course, in battle. And he sees he's phasing into existence, like he mentioned with his power. As one of the 12 guardians of Zeref is what they can actually do. They're pretty strong. And Zeref himself is a god. He's pretty strong as well. Starting now, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Take a good hard look at the woman standing before your eyes. Really? So Locke does the same thing. He looks at her, but he has hard eyes, basically. Wait, cut it out. So we're looking at her, and they're not seeing her for what he's trying to explain, basically. How's this a rendered all of her clothing's invisible? Oh my god, why would you do that? What are you standing around for? Turn my clothes back to normal. If it's not too much trouble, could you erase just a little bit more? It said, look, gate closed. She closes gate. So now this is what I call a living hell. Yeah, for me. Yeah, poor woman. She's being kind of harassed here by these men. And pretty much they erase her damn clothes. She asks for her clothes back. The guy's like, oh no, I'm just gonna continue looking at you casually. He's like, you know what, bitch? I'll close your gate. Do not play me. And that's exactly what she did. What part of this is supposed to be hell? There's a nimble member of the fair sex in nothing but the undergarments right in front of you. You're flustered, right? You're embarrassed, right? Don't play cool with me. It's pure hell, so hellish that you want to avert your well, Lucy is always wearing skimpy get-ups anyway. So, hey, what's that supposed to mean? You brat. How could you say something so shameless? Better yet, why is your... So basically, wait a minute. So he pretty much took Lucy's clothes off, supposedly make it a living hell. But the truth is, Natsu's known Lucy ever since she was, and she just wears clothing that reveal a lot because she's just that type of person. She wears clothing that reveals a lot of body, with the exception of her most private parts, which she covers up. Everything else is mostly out there for everybody to see. And he's trying to make Natsu's life a living hell with that. Mind you, the assassin himself is having a hard time trying to keep up with it. Face all controlled like that. He looks like a damn sourpuss. What do you mean, why? It would be indecent and improper if I looked. This technique was designed to inflict terrible suffering upon my opponent, but at the same time, I run the risk of taking considerable damage as well. It's a double-edged sword, one might say. It's a double-edged sword, one might say. Okay. Well, that's odd. Stop that now. Don't start stripping off your own free will. I can see her boobies. Where is this going? What type of chapter is this? Let's follow Natsu's lead. Yeah, I guess. Good grief, I didn't know you were some closet exhibitionist exposing your goods in front of all these people. Whoa, she's completely in her birthday suit. Now things have come this far. Screw it. I'm not scared anymore. My eyes, oh man, it's so soft to the touch. My virgin eyes. What? Okay, not to stop that. Our plan was a failure. Like, what plan? What plan is this? I don't get it. Like, making a girl strip in front of everybody. There you go. She gets clothes back. Ruthless, Fire Dragon, Lucy, kill. So it's a combination attack they were going for originally, because this idiot assassin, of course, thought that it would be a good idea to, let's say, strip someone down, preferably a girl, and have her, pretty much take her clothes off. Well, knowing full well that that guy is a guy, obviously would be distracting to him. Apparently, he didn't get the news. But he got a combination attack between Natsu and Lucy. They did a combination attack. So that was a distraction for him to actually go down, basically. No matter the predicament, their hearts will not yield. You dirty brats. You've got some damn nerves, provoking a dignified grown man. The enthusiastic fighting spirit becomes a power to oppose utter despair. I have finally found it, the means by which to defeat Zareth. So apparently she found a way to defeat Zareth. So this would be interesting. And mostly likely the what she's probably talking about, probably, it's probably the power of love or anything like that, the power of closeness and friendship. She probably means that probably could defeat this guy. Because you gotta remember, Zareth is like a person of darkness. He doesn't care much for the world. He just wants to see it destroyed. That's all he wants. And at the same time, he wants to see the own book he created destroyed along with the people that protect him as well. So he really doesn't care about much except for himself. So basically, I guess that's where it ended on page 24. So Fairy Tail 478 Stealth, a very, rude ending there. But otherwise than that, it was a good chapter and a weird one at that. The fact that Lucy had to actually almost become half naked just to provoke the assassin. So then the assassin can actually be thrown off his plan, and then pretty much get a combination attack between Natsu and Lucy. Herself, while Locke, of course, Leo, became distracted by her appearance. She closed the gate on him and sent him back to the Celestial Belt, of course. So thank you very much for watching this chapter. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and on top of that, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. So stay safe and have a nice day.